Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah.
St. Cloud.
Yo, what it do? Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah.
It's truth.
Hello, Angela.
No matter where it leads.
Just waiting on some other people to come in. I don't even know where Nephew's at, y'all.
True game, true game.
Come on, y'all. Hit the like button, share the live. Y'all know how we do it.
We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face.
No fear, no silence. We apply
waiting on that pressure. Come in.
If it's dark, we shine a light. We uncover whatever.
We don't stop, we don't quit.
Everybody share the live.
We going all the way to the end.
I don't think they sent out any notifications.
We stand 10 toes down.
It's gonna take us to share the live.
We want the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
The truth.
We want the truth. We don't move our feelings, we move our facts. Paperwork, timelines, yeah.
Everybody drop that truth gang in the comments.
If it don't add up, then we questioning it. If it's hidden in the dark, we addressing it. They want silence, they want fear, they want control. They want narratives push that we don't expose. But we build different, yeah, we cut from truth. We don't buy the pressure, we don't water down proof. We ain't running from nothing but a lie. And when we do run, we run towards the truth. No hesitation, no fear in the booth. We tasting like we breaking through. We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face. We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face.
Salute everybody.
They quiet when it matter, but we loud for them. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for them. They want to check, trust, and pain. But we want truth, we want real name. Ain't no healing if the truth hit. Ain't no peace if they slide it. They politics trying to twist the story, but we 10 toes, yeah, we fight for it.
Set up any notifications to go out. But that's okay. We still in here. There's some little generic stuff up. Y'all, you know they acting up. Everybody.
We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Truth gang. Every lie getting exposed in they face.
No fear, no silence. We applying that pressure. If it's dark, we shining light. We uncover whatever.
We want the truth. The truth.
Salute. Welcome, everyone.
Truth. Truth.
Oh, Lord, it's not even allowing me to turn the music off at this time. This is crazy work. It's going to play again.
St. Cloud.
I can't believe this.
The same views.
Shoot, let it play again. Shoot.
The problem is it's not letting me do anything. I need to be able to go up.
Truth gang.
Oh, my goodness.
Truth gang.
Truth gang.
What is going on here?
Truth gang.
We don't fold,
Man, I swear the devil's a lie.
Truth gang.
every lie getting exposed in they face.
It is not going to allow me
No
to.
silence, we applying that pressure. If it's dark, we
And I'm
shine
going
the
to turn
light.
it down,
We
and I can't
uncover
turn it down.
whatever.
So anyway, I do not know what's going on with StreamYard right now, but we're going to do the best that we can. So let's just say hello to everybody that's in the building. There's Demario, there is May, there is Angela Nelson, there's Kai TV. Kai, if you want to come up on the panel, please let me know. Eda May is in the building. I can't even play the background music because it is not allowing me to scroll up, and I do not understand if I play the background music. It's just going to be too loud. So I don't know. It's like always something, right? But all right. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I'm mad because I can't play my music. If I
Hey
play,
everybody.
it's going to be too loud. It's not allowing me to scroll up. This is crazy work. This is crazy work. Like we're, oh my god, I can't even play. I can't even get to my background music. I don't know, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for coming back. And that's way too loud, and it's not what I want. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I don't. It's weird.
It's good. You can play that.
Yeah, but it's too loud. Hey, Barbara J, welcome, baby. Hello, Shell. Hello, Gabrielle. Hello, Demario. Why is the devil always messing with me?
So it's not letting you control the volume on it?
I can't even get to the top of the screen. I can't scroll up.
You should have did you should start doing little test runs before.
No, it was just fine.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was just fine. And now, and I gotta turn this off. So I just don't even feel like being here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel like being here because it's always something, some sort of attack. It's ridiculous. Um, hold on one second. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna be right back. Leave studio.
Well. Got me on the big screen. That thing huge. Hey, y'all still see me in here? Oh boy. Uh okay.
Here
Man,
I'm
we
at.
doing
I'm back. I'm
yeah.
back. So now I see it. So again, let's do roll call real quick. Salute Retania, Barbara J, Kai TV, Eda May, Gabrielle, Kai TV, Barbara J again. Everybody in the bushes, to Mario. I want to apologize for the technical difficulties. You know, my platform is like on attack. I mean, there's an entire smear campaign against me and Jay, and it's just ridiculous. I want to start out by apologizing to each and every one of you. I know Jay is not going to agree. Eda May, Gabrielle, let me be auntie. I reacted in a way a few days ago that I normally would not have acted, but the pressure and the things that were being said about me were lies, and that was that Miss Johnson said that I said, somebody told her that I said that she unalived Kendrick. That is something that I absolutely would never say. And that's something that I did not say. So that made me very angry because she's still saying that today. And there's no proof out there that I've ever said that. And I would never say that. And then in the story switched to, I think that they said that Jay said it and I didn't correct them. Okay, I don't remember Jay saying that Miss Johnson ever unalived her son. Number one, I know he didn't say that. Tell him what was going on, if you would, Jay.
What I said I really don't too much care to clear nothing up, but this is what was said. A lot of people be like, why wouldn't the person want this and why wouldn't the person want that? I'm gonna say what was said specifically. Why wouldn't the mother want justice for her child?
Mm-hmm.
What I said was questions like that. Questions like that. I don't even like to have a conversation with people like that because there's like that's simple minded to me. Because like questions like that, I'm like, okay, it's people out there that have killed their child. That's what I said. I said it's people that
Exactly.
out there have killed their child before.
Right.
So anything can be possible. I just gave that as an example. I ain't say nobody say she did it or nothing. I say it has
Right.
happened before, which
Exactly.
is which is facts.
Right. And then I clearly said, I know, hey Theo and Tasha, I know for a fact I clearly said, do not leave this live and say that we said that the Johnsons unalive Kendrick, because that's absolutely not what we said. But anyway, a young lady named Kay Fleming, who is a member of the Justice for Kendrick Johnson Student Edition podcast, went and told Jackie that this huge lie with no proof. So anyway, it blew up. She said some very hurtful things. She said something that took me down a dark place. And that was about my daughters. I'm not going to talk about that. Okay. It was a very dark place. But you know why? Because I was very young when this happened. I was teen behind my age. Sent me on a suicidal mission. Very dark spot. Very, very dark place. And when she said that, my mind went back to that child that I was when these incidents took place. And I kind of just wanted to show the world what was happening to me, because she would say these things and I wouldn't respond, but I couldn't take that no more. But I want to apologize to you guys. I'm so sorry, because I normally am reserved and I normally don't respond to that type of negativity. So to my platform, I'm sorry, but that hurt me. And it still hurts. But I came back, I took a break, and we still on that. Because this has nothing to do with the fact that she may hate me, like she says, and she's never liked me, and that woman's the devil, and lying on God. Hello? Because God ain't never told you that I was an evil and that I was a demon. Ain't no way my daddy would have told you something like that. Now let's be real. And you got to be careful. Anyway, I want you guys to accept my apology. I'm going to try my best in the future, because I know it's a whole smear campaign going. There's fake pages being made of me saying that I'm a liar, and it's all kind of craziness. And that's what makes me question what's really going on. When you attack somebody just because you just don't like them and you don't really have a reason, but you, in your mind, you're saying that God, who is my father as well, and my savior as well, who put on my heart to assist you with my time and effort and dedication, you flip it. You don't like me, you lie on him, and then you attack me. It makes me wonder why. Now, I'm not saying, I can't really say why. That is my question. My question is why. I don't understand it. My question is, why are you attacking me? Why are you hurting me? Why are you want me to deliberately go to a dark place? Because you want me to stop. Only me, nobody else. Everybody else can talk about Kendrick. You don't even care if the podcast are saying it was an accident. You don't care if they saying that you're crazy. You don't care what they say. It's only me. Why? Why? And that right there is why I keep going. Why I have to have tunnel vision. I think it's important that the world sees the footage, that the world sees the file, that the world sees all the evidence, that the world, you know what I'm saying, that we're able to come to our own conclusion and try to figure out, in spite of her hatred towards me, maybe we can find something in that footage that'll help them. Maybe it'll trigger a memory of somebody that's in the footage that may remember something that they didn't say, or you never know what the footage is going to do, what we're going to find. But I will tell you that I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping until God tells me to stop. And he ain't told me to stop. Period. And I respectfully decline all requests that says it's her son to stop talking about him. No, because it's a public case. I'm not disparaging Kendrick at all. No matter how you try to twist and turn it, I'm not. I'm trying to tell a story and share what we have to the world, because the world is invested in Kendrick Johnson.
Gabriel, I agree with I agree with that. I feel like
Get real. Let me see.
I,
Where's Get real?
I feel like comprehensive is terribly low. I don't know if it's the comprehension for real, or just anything that could be leached on and gaslighted. That's what's gonna happen. Cause the things that been said, I just don't understand. Like saying, oh, he did do this for them. I think every time I went to a March KJ event, I had a child with me. Either one or two of my kids with me every time. I don't know. One lives with me. I don't know. I really don't too much care to clear it up by words. I could just post. I mean, you could just go on my page and see a lot of the proof of everything. So I really don't give a damn.
I know you don't, but my heart is different, which is why it makes this podcast great. Because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna correct you. You have a right to your own opinion, regardless, and I have a right to my own opinion. Right? We still adults, right? We don't always have to agree. And sometimes it takes more than one person with more than one perspective to come to sorry, it's all about Kendrick.
I'm drinking sweet tea too, by the way, y'all.
What kind of sweet tea? Anyway.
The purple side, the extra sweet. That's the only one I drink. When I first bought that drug, man, I have been stuck on it for couple years now. That's all I drink. That damn purple top sweet tea. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know.
Oh my God, he about to get loose at the lips, y'all. Loose at the lips. But anyway, guys, have you guys been looking at the footage? Thank you so much, Tasha Randolph. Yes, I'm human, and I can only take so much.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy. You already been. I mean, how long we been on? We already got a troll in. That's crazy.
Where's the troll at? Lord have mercy. Is it Connie?
No, Lord, no. Go up too.
Oh, the great Saul. Okay. Don't know why you here, but you on the wrong page. This is the wrong podcast. You got to get back to where you where you belong.
Where that comment? Cause who the heck said that?
Somebody we about to ignore. Okay. Let me see. I want to know why too. I do too, Shay. I can't really give it to you. I'm just the fake AI lady. Like, I never go live and show my face. I don't understand that name for me, because I show my face all the time, and I'm not AI. You guys see me, right? Yeah, it's me. I cried my little eyelashes out. My auntie got to go get her eyelashes done. Yeah, it hurt, y'all. I'm sensitive. I have a huge heart. But do you know that I still love them? It don't matter. I know Jay ain't gonna disagree. Some of y'all are not gonna agree. But my heart still has love for the Johnsons. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do to me.
Man, I'm about to leave this darn
Shut up.
podcast.
It is what it is, Jay. I got to be me. Let me be me, and I'll let you be you, right?
Let me be. Hold on.
I'll let you be
If you gonna let me be me, let me go put something else in this cup. I'll be back.
Oh my Lord, he about to let us have it. Goodbye, the great. Bye. Retania, Mobley. Yes, Ginger Bernard, you got blocked too. Oh yeah. Anybody
I was just playing.
we know that comments on any of my content or whatever you call it will get blocked. I do not know why. Again, and guess what? Neither does the other people. They have no proof. There's absolutely no proof. And then what's crazy is I'll post what she say about me. I'll respond, and I did it 3 times, and I shouldn't have, but I did. But I was hurt, and they'll still look over the original post and attack me as if I was the one wrong. No, I'm defending myself. No. I didn't start this. I have just been silent about it and endured it for months. Can't nobody stop me. I'm one of the most stubborn people in the world. And I'll tell you one thing: when God put it on my heart, He knew who to choose, because I can't be punked and I can't be bullied. Let me finish. Quit cutting me off.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And I can't be bullied. I can't stand. Where's Ginger's comment for he have a heart attack? Which one?
The last one.
Can I ask a question? Why do most cases like this, people first thing to do is go for civil instead of criminal? I don't really understand that. I think maybe, I don't know.
Be honest. What do you think?
No.
Oh.
If I can't say nothing for a fact, I won't say it.
Oh.
Honestly. But you can say what you want. I don't really know. Sometimes, in my opinion, sometimes the civil will bring the criminal, and then vice versa. A criminal will bring the civil. But in Kendra's case, it's not. The evidence, majority of it was destroyed. Everything is circumstantial.
Mm-hmm.
And these people, they covered it up allegedly and called it an accident. If there's no physical, if all law enforcement within that system is a part of the alleged cover up, as the Johnsons say, then who's going to take it criminal?
Right.
If that makes sense. What do you think, Jay?
I agree.
Okay, but you was about to get me.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you were. You on threat to lead the podcast.
No, I just want you to explain it. Like, we the true game. We still gotta explain certain things instead of, you know what I'm saying?
I explain it to the best of my ability. Okay, Travis, I'm live, sir. But anyway, true game, mate. I want to know why too. Gender said that part. Redanuya said, you're right. That's very weird behavior to me. Kai TV is sad. Where's Kai at? I dropped the link. Do I need to drop the link on Facebook, Kai? I swear I can't wait to the day y'all feel Mrs. Johnson pain. Ma'am, I've already felt that pain, okay? I felt that pain, the great. And you know what she did with my pain? That she found out that I had with my 2 daughters, she made a joke out of it. She told y'all to go find out what happened to her daughters. I bet she killed her daughters. Okay? So don't come over here when you supporting an evil mindset like that. Mine's not like that. This is not the place for you. Please leave. You'll tell me what to do. I cannot be bullied. And I cannot be told what to do, especially when it ain't about her. It's about Kendrick Johnson. I said what I say, even though she's his mother. I respect that she's his mother. But at the end of the day, the evidence needs to get out there for y'all to see. And if you don't like it, please do not follow me. Don't come to my platforms. I promise you, I will not come to y'all's. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What?
You was going to say something.
I'm just trying to keep everything.
Kai says some people listen to respond and not listen to understand. I agree.
That's true. Very true.
Why? This person still. Oh, I hope they gone. I agree with another lady. Yes, ma'am. Connie said, you all are doing great. Let's stay focused and continue to seek justice. I'm focused. Tunnel vision at this point. Justice for Kendrick Johnson. You got that right, baby. Ginger said, can I ask a question? Okay, we already asked that. Retania said, I heard that was their last resort. Could have been. I feel sorry for Kendrick. Will he ever get justice? I believe he will. Do y'all block button work? It does, but I'm not on Facebook right now, and I ain't got time for that foolishness. Theo said, will not. Kai TV has entered the building. Kai TV.
Yes, man.
What it do?
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing much, man. Look, I got some much needed rest over the weekend. So, hey.
Yeah, it was much needed, man. It was a lot for me.
I can definitely understand.
I've been busy all weekend.
You have?
Mm-hmm. I took a visit to my house today.
Eat the cake, eat it, mate.
Yeah. I had
one. You know, with the guy that was trying to.
And listen, man. I posted the videos. I wanted to stop by the school, show a little video of the school, and I just rode around. I couldn't ride all the way through it. I don't know if they just set that little security thing up, but they should have did that a long time ago. But yeah, I just rolled and show the viewer the sign and show everybody. I just posted like what happened on this property, like
right,
and took my kids to the little jump thing over there.
That's what's up. Hey, Christine, from Michigan, welcome. I don't think I've ever seen before. Then you tag my other nephew Talks with 2K and my niece Tay Beans. Salute. So you must be a part of the messy mafia. Welcome. Glad you're here today. Oh yeah, I can get messy if I wanted to, but I try not to, y'all. I really do. But what footage do you guys want to see tonight? Some other surveillance footage. What specific clip did you guys think that was very odd, very weird?
The one that it looked like it was in a hallway.
Okay, the dark hallway.
With that guy, the dark hallway.
Okay, all right. So I know I uploaded it, and today's the 26th.
Now, was it originally cropped in close like that, or?
No.
Oh yeah.
I don't edit the video. I just add my watermark.
Right.
Yep, it came just like that, and I add my little like intro and exit, stuff like that. But don't alter the video at all. So yeah, let's take a look at that. Was interesting. I would like to know, why wasn't the lights turned? I mean, you see people moving in the gym, right? I know that I did. So let's just take a look at that real quick.
Hey, Kai.
What's up?
I had we were watching it. I was watching the clips, whatever, and you can see the damn logos on the clothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
like one on had Adidas.
Yeah,
and the other
Adidas tracksuit jacket.
It had Adidas sign, and on the other one looked like Under Armour.
Yep. I agree. All right, guys, let's get into this. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Let's see what we got here.
The Kendrick Johnson case. People walking down the dark hallway at Lowndes High School. What happened to Kendrick?
So you can see there's somebody moving back there. That red light is also weird.
The red light, I'm thinking probably like, you know how they have like the exit signs?
Oh yeah. That's probably why it ain't going on and off. Is probably that it's a sign, probably for real.
Mhm. That dude, like he had a hoodie on.
And that girl looked like she was carrying a book.
Mm-hmm.
Got somebody right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a diva track jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is.
If you zoom,
Look like
if anybody's zoom in on that picture right there when you first walk by, you'll see that the Adidas sign on the back of it.
it's just a lot of movement. Then somebody, it looks like they turned on the lights. No, I don't know what happened. Look like they started to turn on lights. These red shirts, boy, they
Yeah,
popular at that school.
he looked for me in like some of the clips from the gym hallway.
He actually looked like the kid that had that gray and white striped shirt on. He kind of built like him. That walked in right behind KJ in the gym. I'm not saying it is because I don't know for a fact.
Right, correct.
Somebody said that he did. He looked familiar too.
Yeah, he looked for me from the gym hallway videos too.
And there's the tracksuit
But
again. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. How did she get back coming walking through with light on, with the lights on? That's the same tracksuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So were these two walking in the dark and then walking again with the lights on? That makes sense.
They had either the camera stopped and then picked back up, or they walked out when they went back down the hallway originally and came back in from another
circle
way.
around and circle around, huh?
That don't make sense. Now I need to go back and look.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's very weird. So you go out another door.
Both
Yeah, there
of
she
them
is right
walked back.
there.
It's two people. They walk back.
Yeah, because there's the same tracksuit. And there's him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so they was walking from the opposite way towards us first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then they turned back around and walked back down the hallway.
Okay. Because it looked like she was walking.
I see.
Rewind it again.
I see. Read the last comment.
Oh, read. Look in the back. Someone comes to the door and it appears like he is dragging something at their feet. A door opened, the light. Okay. Do you know what mark it was? Do I need to back up some? All right, let's just start it over. Hold on a second. Let's just start from the beginning.
The Kendrick Johnson case. People walking down the dark hallway at Lowndes High School. What happened to Kendrick?
Gene, if you can catch that Pacific time, let us know. You suspicious walking in there in dark with a hoodie on.
Right.
Right.
So there she is. But she's not walking towards us. She's walking towards the cafeteria, see?
Yeah.
So she went back outside. They both walking. Oh, this is after. Oh, God. No, they're going to come back, remember, with the lights on.
With the lights on, but they walking away from the camera when the lights came back on.
They're walking away from the camera right now.
Yeah, they're walking away from now.
So they had to circle back some kind of way.
Or is it the same?
It look like they switched sides too.
Well, now we got to see because they could be playing with us. It could be the same walk. They edit the footage. You know what I mean? The same walk down the hallway with the lights on. You never know.
But it look. Let me see.
All right, that's one kid. So, what do you guys think? They went out one of the cafeteria doors and just walked around and came back in. That don't make sense.
I wonder where this location of this camera is at in correlation to the gym and the cafeteria, or if this is part of the main school building.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's by the cafeteria in the gym.
Oh, so it's down that long hallway.
Right. You know when those kids were entering the building? See, there they go again.
Yeah.
You know those kids were entering the building, the same door by the gym that the law enforcements were entering?
Okay, so that door, okay.
I believe it's that door. Yeah.
How in the world they?
But I cannot say for a fact.
Right.
Yep. Now here he comes. I don't think he's a student because he got like a beer belly. Yeah, he's a coach because he got like a beer belly. So what do you all think about that footage? What do you all think? Come on, drop your comments, drop your questions. I thought all of it was odd. Let's see what we got.
Well, the footage that I was talking about, it was the same camera view, but it looked like that same guy that we had been seeing in the lunchroom, the one that had brought that table inside of the building when it was dark outside. He had been roaming around that school for a good minute.
Okay, so it's the one that's okay. Which one? Say it again. Which one is it?
It's the guy. He had on the jacket with the hood and all of that was outside of the school building. Then we saw him taking a table inside. Then we also saw him when he was inside of the lunchroom at some point during out the day. Right. It was that video, but it was the same hallway that we just looked at though.
Okay, so it was like, okay, I know what you're talking. I think I know what you're talking about. Hallway. Hold on. Hallway. Breezeway. Hallway. Let's see. I think it's this one. Wait a minute. All right. Let me share this one. All right. Let's take a look.
The Kendrick Johnson case. Wait until the end of the video. Was someone moving in the dark too?
And I saw something earlier about
camera stay on.
The specific camera system that the school had at the time, and I did a little digging to see this video right here.
It's him. Is this it?
Yeah, this the video. So it wasn't the one that I was just talking about, the guy that we saw bringing the table in. This is the guy that was seen during color guard practice.
Okay, the custodian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's either the same one that was walking down the hallway earlier with the jacket on.
That's two different guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take a look. So he goes to that room by the gym door, I think. I'm not sure what camera this is, to be honest with you. I can't. I just know there's an entryway. He walks towards us, and then the lights go out, which is weird.
That's what was weird. So I'm wondering if, like, some buildings are set up to where.
What is this mess right here? This looks weird to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, those they red light looks like I said, like the exit sign that be hanging above like double doors or something like that. But what's weird to me is the fact that the lights went out. So like in some buildings, like a commercial building where they have automated lights that come on once you enter in a certain area and then it turns off. But we can't say that is the same thing with this specific camera angle of this hallway because we saw them two students walking down the hall the entire time it stayed dark.
Correct. So this is what's weird to me. He walks out of camera view and did he turn the lights off?
Maybe he turned the lights off.
But why? Is this right before they arrive? Because the other video seems like, I don't know, actually. We don't know if it's that night or that morning. But all of it is just weird. I wish that we had timestamps. Why would he turn the lights off and for the students to come in and then turn it back on? I don't know. But anyway, let's keep watching, guys. I played this one again. I didn't play it again, but I put the video in there twice because it was so odd that when he went out of camera view, the light it went dark. Is this dude walking down a dark hallway? If that's the case, what you got in that daggone trash can, sir?
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because it is not. I'm not accusing this man of anything because I don't know. We're all just speculating, but I don't see anything in the trash can. But you can't see all the way down in there. But don't you guys find it odd that he turned the lights off and he's walking down a dark hallway? And he's not done because he's still rolling the trash can. So why turn the lights off? He's not done. I believe it's a closet over there. I don't know, guys. What do you all think? Drop your questions or your comments or your speculations in the comments. What do you all think? Connie says, since there are several students that gave a written statement of truth, they should all come forward and collect and split the $500,000. It only makes sense. I would agree. Does anyone believe Kendrick is waiting to rest and waiting to see the truth in what happened? Yes, I do. I believe that. Hello from Michigan. Salute, salute, salute. Ginger says this crime was a crime of passion. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. They, in my opinion, this is my opinion, hated Kendrick, hated everything about him. He was smart in my opinion. Yes, he was 17-year-old as a sophomore. Things happen. First of all, I'm an October baby. He was an October baby. He had to start a whole year late regardless. So, right. So he was going to be older than the rest of the kids in each class because we had the cutoff in September. Yep. Right. So he was smart. He was handsome. He was athletic. Like Mr. Johnson said, all of the ladies loved him. Yeah, it was a crime of passion, I believe. Christina said, no, ma'am, just sit in the back and watch. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, guys, and by the way, my normal spiel, if you want to bless the channel, super chat, super sticker, cash app, PayPal. You see it, not required. Love y'all. Retania says, the guy with the red shirt in the hallway, do we know who he is and what that was in his hand? I think he was a coach. What do you guys think? I think he was a coach. And it looks like,
which one you talking about? Because we saw two guys with the red shirt on.
Is it the coach or well, I think the first guy had a red jacket, or it could have been a red shirt. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Let us know, and I'm sorry for the late questions. Headlights, you think? You would think so. This is so sad. Yes, it is. Thought that was light from outside. My bad. It could have been. Cass, listen, on our channel, nobody's right or wrong. I mean, we're not going to beat you up for being wrong. Shoot, I can be wrong, and I'll come back and correct it. In the world ends, of course, but still, everybody make mistakes. Shay says car lights. Regina says switch sides for sure. Okay, you must be talking about the first video. Jean says everything can't be seen step by step because the camera jumps. Yep, I agree. Can we all get those likes up? Amen. Seems like the footage was edited to zoom in when camera lights are on. Could. This looks like the hallway by the old gym. It is. I believe it's one because it's like more than one hallway, right? Mm-hmm. So it is. He probably cleaning up the crime scene. That's a thought, Shay. That is a thought. Yes, very odd. I think so as well. And let me see. Ramonda says, good evening. Salute, Ramonda and Darlene. Thank you so much for being here. Connie says, isn't he the one that placed the 2 large black trash bags outside? I didn't see that. Which video was that? Okay. Cass says, the one who had the white box in his hand walking. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So, what video do you want to look at next, Brian? Allegedly, the Bell brothers walking outside. I want to look at that one. I said allegedly, by the way. That's the one I really want to look at. Because I'm trying to, huh?
I said we can look at that one.
Yeah, we can look at whichever ones y'all want to.
Somebody, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody say, the one who had the white box in his hand walking.
Yeah, that was the one of the maintenance men. I think. Let me see. I am looking for. When did I upload the box? That was yesterday, wasn't it? April 25th.
I think so.
All right. Let's
But
see.
to answer Jean's statement when she said you can't see everything step by step because the camera jumps. When I was looking up the information about the surveillance system earlier, I'm thinking when the authorities went over there to get the footage, because it's so many cameras and that the format that they put the videos on, I would imagine was a disc. A disc can hold only so much space before you have to use another one. So I'm thinking there probably is an option on the surveillance system to make it to where it doesn't export all of the frames from each camera angle so it can save space. But I guarantee you the person that's sitting in the control room watching it is like in real time with no jumping like how we've been seeing.
Y'all, do y'all think that somebody was sitting in the control room actively watching this footage? I don't think they. Do you think it? I know it should have been, but do you really think it was with all that activity of the kids gathering outside the old gym hallways and just out there playing and talking? See, we were not allowed to do that when I was in high school. We couldn't congregate in a certain area for a long time without security. Thank you so much, Angela Nelson, for blessing the channel. I appreciate you. Angela did send the cash app. I love you for that. Thank you so much for blessing us. When I was in school, we couldn't just congregate in the hallways, guys, without a teacher or security coming to say, move it along, move it along, move it along, right?
Pass.
Right. Where your hall pass? Or something. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me see. Let me go back up a little bit. Connie says, isn't he the one that placed? Yep. I don't know for sure, but let me know which video that is, Connie. We'll see if we can find it, dear. Gabriella said, me too. Cass says, the one who had the white box in his hand. Okay. Hey, Boo. Hey, Boo Parrot. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Ginger, yes, it was a game that night. Yes, it was. Now, I don't think that we're going to have footage of the new gym, which is weird, because there are students that said that Kendrick was at the game that night. In fact, this is why our platform really was attacked, is because we brought that to the forefront. On that one podcast, one of the students said that when Kendrick's friend learned about Kendrick's passing, he fell out. He was screaming and crying like, I just saw him at the game last night. But the narrative that we've been told is the last time that Kendrick was seen was at 1:29 p.m. on the 10th. Well, his friend said that he saw him at the game on the 10th. That was the evening time. And that's actually what started a lot of the smear campaign, because I questioned that. Said what I said. I know what I'm doing. I listen, don't want to hear it. Hey, Sylvia, welcome, baby. Cass says they got to do whatever at that school, even after hours. I believe that. It's cars coming in and out of that school like non-stop. I've never seen such a thing before. Ramanda says, sorry, we cannot be with y'all tonight. Darlene and I ate at a birthday party. Darlene said, J9, what's in the cup? What's in the cup, nephew? She already told me she was going to mess with you about that cup. It's all right, Darlene. We'll see you tomorrow night, baby. We'll see you tomorrow night. Don't worry. Don't worry. Campbell says, when did the wrestling team come back? Well, they came back that Saturday. They came back on the 12th. That evening, according to the narrative report regarding the wrestling team. They came back that Saturday. Does anybody have any other questions? Campbell says she got her wine cup. Y'all, I got my tea. Since I'm the tea of the internet right now, I got my tea.
I had tea too, for real. I ain't had nothing. Y'all will know. Y'all know if I have some.
I got virgin tea. Quit lying.
I swear, I'm about to go get some more out of drink it all. I'm show you. I'm gonna show you the drug in a minute.
All right.
Now, I will say this about getting access to the school after hours.
Okay.
The little small town that I'm from, I know one of my classmates, one of my friends, parent was a coach and a teacher at the school.
Okay.
And he could have access to go to the weight room any time of the day. It could be on a weekend at night. He had that access to go up there. So if they are like in with the coaches there and their daddy is who their daddy is, I wouldn't put it past them that they did have some kind of access to the school after hours.
Okay, all right, nephew, we believe you. So why would he have what gave him that privilege, if I may ask?
The people, the politics at the school. You got the coaches. They would set school. So they just, not saying it was right, but that was a thing that happened when I was in high school.
Wow.
Where certain people had access to the school after hours.
Wow. That is something. Cass says they get to do whatever at their school, even after hours. I can see that. Ramonda says, sorry, we cannot. Okay, I've already read that. I read that. And Jean says the camera would have captured him leaving his last class. Not if they wiped it clean, Jane. We know that this camera footage is not all the footage, because where is the footage of him coming out the other door of the gym? You know what I'm saying? So we know that footage is already missing, because we don't see him coming out that gym. I don't believe that Kendrick was unalived in the gym. I don't. I do believe that he was unalived somewhere in between the gym and the field house where weight class was. And I believe it was the locker room, because it was several people that
I always felt like it was the locker room.
Right, because we have no footage of the locker room. We have no pictures of the locker room. We have nothing of the locker room. Go ahead.
No. But there are two cameras, one facing each direction of the boys and the girls locker room.
Right. Exactly. And why wouldn't they release footage of the field of the weight class that he was supposed to be in? Right? They supposed to release that footage that he never made it. Right? We don't have that. We don't have that. Why not?
Auntie, what's crazy, Auntie? That footage that you was showing us earlier of them playing basketball in the gym, that was a different angle. So that looked like the angle. How can I explain it? So if we were walking in the same door that Kendrick walked into the gym, the camera angle was pointed towards the right of the gym, for those bleachers. So we would have been able to see him still running towards the mats from that camera.
Yes.
So why all of a sudden the camera just stopped working when he walked in the gym?
Right, he started running. So why did that other camera see him walk? And even the blurry camera, even the one that's purposely blurred. Why don't we see him running, getting on top of the bleachers, climbing on those blurry mats? What happened to the footage of that? We don't even see him running out. Clearly, they thought that the public is, and that's why it's important for me to keep posting this footage. I don't care what nobody say. I can look disrespectful to half the world. I guarantee you that more people would understand why I do what I do if they would just look at the videos. Because we all see something different, right? And the video footage may be what triggers a suspect to come forth and get nervous, right? So that's why it's not that I'm disrespectful or I'm trying to ignore the family's request, and it's impossible for me to care about them when you don't even understand that actually what I'm doing is proof that I do care. People can't get that. This is proof that I do care. When when I'm willing to endure the attacks, the smear campaign, okay? Just so you guys, the whole world, can see this evidence and try to help and assist them and to get where they need to be, then so be it. That's love. Period. Anyway, didn't mean to preach, but I needed to put that out there because people are thinking with, I don't know what they're thinking with. But this right here,
surface levels.
Right. This right here, what we're doing, it takes critical thinking.
Critical thinking, yeah.
Like, okay, if she stops, then we're not gonna see it. We're not gonna see what's going on. We're not gonna be able to analyze the footage. We're not. All right. Let's get back to the footage. Let's go.
The Kendrick Johnson case. Could these be the Bell brothers? I don't know for a fact, but...
Now, when I saw this, that one in the all black looked like B. Bell, allegedly. Don't know for a fact. But why are y'all walking down in the breezeway this time of night? Just two of you. Right? Just two. That one on the right looked like B. Bell, but I mean, I'm just saying. I said it looks like. I'm not saying it is for a fact.
And somebody did have on all black that day.
Right.
Right.
Let's watch this again. Never know who that is. I want to know who it is. The school knows who it is.
The Kendrick Johnson case. Could these be the Bell brothers? I don't know for a fact, but...
Ain't one on the other person wearing a hat.
Think so?
Turn to the back.
Y'all want me to slow it down a little bit? Let me slow it down a little bit. Because why are y'all out there?
Time of night. That's crazy.
Right. Let me turn the daggone sound off because you know it sounds crazy. Is that a gray shirt and dark pants and then a person left, in all black? Yeah.
Yeah, on the left, and his hat turned toward the back. And the one on the right is a short sleeve shirt.
Mm-hmm.
All black. Mm-hmm. They did interview somebody. They like to wear his hat backwards.
Was that B. Bell? I mean, the other B. Bell, the older brother? Allegedly. Brandon Bell? Allegedly. You can say alleged because we're not accusing them or anything. We're trying to figure out who was this walking on the breezeway.
All I know that we do know for a fact is we seen somebody all black and you see somebody like to wear their hat backwards.
And let's be clear, I don't see anybody dragging Kendrick's body. Sorry, still don't see that yet. I don't.
It ain't funny, but I just keep seeing it popping up. I'm like, where y'all? What is particular angle at that y'all trying to say this is what's what? Because it doesn't look like that to me.
Right. Hey, Fluffy. So now they've turned. It is really slow, so we can kind of look frame by frame. Hello, Renee. So now they're walking back. Again, the camera is too blurry for us to say as a fact who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We can only speculate.
Somebody say, his body. They say, Campbell say the greenhouse is in question.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, Renee said, no disrespect, his body looked at soiled. Makes me wonder.
I agree. I agree.
Rose Gold said, I think that it happened in the locker room after they did what they did to him. They put him in one of those tall lockers, then came back to get him to put him in a mats after hours. That's just what I think.
I've heard that more than once, guys. I've heard that question, that
A few
scenario
times.
more than once.
That's my take on it too, though.
Also, too, looking back at some of the earlier gym footage of when we just was looking at the hallway of people going in and out, when we saw them, when we saw some of the students coming in, you saw some students go to the restroom to dress out. They didn't dress out in the locker room.
Yeah, true. And then you saw some students go in there and never come out.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Gravity Falls say maybe he ran to the mats to hide because he knew he was in danger. They find him, torture him, and then place him in the mat to make it seem like he placed himself there.
Well, I don't think Kendrick was scared. If you look at his persona, him walking through the hall where his head was up, it wasn't down. So I don't think he was scared of nobody, to be honest with you. You never know, though. But I don't think that it happened in the gym.
Kimber Shit said that they came to move the body.
That right there is a very plausible possibility. Very plausible possibility. And that's what we're here for. And that's why we dropping the footage. So that we can try to figure this thing out.
Gene say had he run over to that area, the camera would have captured him. Even with the video being blurry, you could still make out movements and the color of their clothing. I agree.
That's proof, and that's what tells me that just like the Johnsons, they had the footage analyzed by two professionals, two forensic specialists, and they said that the camera footage was manipulated by humans. But the judge just threw it out. Why? Why did the judge throw it out? Campbell says a dead body in a greenhouse will decompose significantly faster than normal due to high temperatures, high humidity, and increased microbial activity, often resulting in rapid soft tissue loss. If you look at Kendrick's autopsy photos, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. He was decomposing very quickly. And by the time he got to the autopsy, he was completely unrecognizable. Completely unrecognizable. And then they took his organs out, examined them, and destroyed them because they were supposedly advanced, decomposed, but they were not, because I seen his organs in his body on the autopsy table, and they were not decomposed. In fact, the right side of his brain was swollen. So, yeah, lies. Ginger says, I don't believe lockers were at the old gym anymore. In 2013, they sports lockers were in the locker room, not in the gym, but outside of the gym, in the locker room.
In the locker room, and they're not. And I don't see a school just tearing down or taking out lockers out of a locker room that they're not actively using anymore. Because even at my old high school gym, that's still currently up to this day, those lockers are still in there.
Yep. And yes, Campbell, the greenhouse was near the back door. Yep. It's also, by the locker room in the field house. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If we have any alumni from Lowndes High School here, correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So what do we want to watch next? What do we want to watch next? Anybody got any suggestions? Let me see. What can we watch next? Man is walking past Lowndes High School. I think we may have seen this one, maybe. But we can watch it again because this man is strange. All right, let me share. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Wrong button. I must have. Is this the right one? No, it's not. Sorry about that. Stop share. And let me go back it up.
The Kendrick Johnson case. Who is the man walking outside of?
Who is this guy?
Lowndes High School?
And why is he walking around the school? The lights go out. He's going back the same way. Why? And no, guys, I still don't see nobody dragging nobody yet.
And that guy, that's the guy that I was talking about that was in the cafeteria. That was bringing in that table at the front. I think it's that same guy.
Right. What is this? What is this? I don't know what I just happened to come up on. Tracking the mystery death of Kendrick Johnson. I have no idea what we're watching. But
Kendrick Johnson was born on October 10th, 1995, to Kenneth and Jacqueline Johnson.
I can't stand
He was the youngest of his siblings, and Jacqueline said he was the laughter, the joy, and the life of the family home. He was described as fun, polite, well-mannered, and very talented when it came to sports. Kendrick was also a keen basketball player and also played for the school's football team. Along with this, he loved science and mathematics. His dad said he had a knack for numbers, keeping accounts in his head of all his allowances. Kendrick had a promising and exciting future ahead of him, with big dreams of playing professional football one day.
Let me see what she's talking about real quick.
Lowndes High School is a sprawling campus near the Georgia-Florida state line, attended by 3,000 students.
Mm-hmm.
The school day drew to a close and students and staff began to filter out of the building. 17-year-old Kendrick was set to stay after school for a basketball game.
Yep.
He often stayed for sports and various activities, so when he didn't return home after the game had finished, Jacqueline, at first, wasn't too worried. But Kendrick didn't come home at all that night. And as his 10 p.m. curfew rolled around, Jacqueline decided to drive to the school herself to try and find him.
After 12 o'clock
With no luck spotting him anywhere, she called the police and reported him missing at 12:30 a.m. The police tried to assure Jacqueline that Kendrick was probably out with some friends or maybe even a girlfriend, but his mother knew this wasn't the case and that something was deeply wrong. Jacqueline was back at the school, frantically handing out flyers and asking anyone and everyone if they had seen her son. She spoke with the school counsellors and staff, and it was determined that Kendrick had not been present in his 4th period weight training class the previous day. Jacqueline commented on how unusual it was for her son to skip classes, and the staff agreed with her. Around the same time, a group of students were in the school's gymnasium, in the corner by the wrestling mats. One of the students said she noticed feet with socks coming out of the hole in one of the rolled-up mats that was in a vertical position. At first, she thought someone was playing a joke, but soon realised something was desperately wrong and called some of her friends for help. More students and a teacher tried to help free whoever was inside. The teacher said, "I reached and grabbed one of his ankles, hoping for a response. There was none, and I knew he was lifeless at that point."
She's on point so
Strong
far.
smells were emitting from inside the mat, and once upright, the mat was pulled down to the floor. They could see blood and...
Okay, so I have a question real quick.
I got some too. Go ahead.
Okay, so the mat has an open hole at the top, right? I'm going to tell you something. When I was growing up, a little bitty mouse, if a little bitty mouse died, we can smell that
it instantly
permeating through the house. Why is it that none of those students smelled Kendrick's body? People
That's what I
are.
was about to ask it.
Go ahead.
No, that's what I'm about to ask, because it said that she climbed up on the mats to lay down?
Right.
So you mean to tell me when you first, before you even got up there, you didn't smell nothing? Even when you laid down, you didn't smell nothing?
You didn't smell it?
But you noticed his feet.
Right. Right.
And what were you climbing up there to lay down for? Why you can't lay down on the bleachers?
Listen, there's no bougie cheerleaders who are the daughters of the superintendent going to lay on top of dirty mats.
Exactly.
That's why I believe that it was a botched, not a botched, a staged body discovery. You guys know how I feel about that. Nephew, you got anything to say?
Just listening.
Okay.
Vomits where the mat had been.
Come to Lowndes High School now. There's a dead body out here.
Okay, where at, sir?
Lowndes High School in the old gym.
Tragically, they found the body of 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson. He had been headfirst in the center of the vertical rolled-up wrestling mat. His jeans were unzipped, and his front pockets were partially pulled out.
Okay, so let me correct.
In his left pocket.
Correct her. The jeans, they were unzipped, but and unbuckled. But the narrative report, and I'm not even sure if I'm correcting her, because I'm going by the narrative report in the photos that it was the coroner, Bill Watson, that unbuckled his pants and unzipped his pants to look for injuries in the lower extremities. Let's continue.
It was an LG phone, and his headphones were found wrapped around his hand. When the mat was first unrolled, Kendrick had one arm stretched above his head and the other down around his waist. His face was bloody, bloated, and swollen beyond all recognition. It is one of the most horrific images we have ever seen. Some officers were in the school already following up on the missing persons report, but more police were dispatched at 10:32 a.m., arriving at the school at 10:35. Classes were changing over, people were milling around, and word was quickly spreading that a fellow student had been discovered deceased. Tragically, Jacqueline would find this out by overhearing a telephone call. Jacqueline and Kenneth said they weren't allowed to see Kendrick or enter the gym, and Kendrick's sister had to identify her brother by looking at his shoe that was found on the floor. The school went into lockdown, and one student said as everyone was gathering outside, it was so quiet, you could hear a pin drop. Kendrick was pronounced dead at the scene, and his time of death would later be confirmed as before 2 p.m. on January 10th, 2013. Police quickly deemed the case to be nothing more than a tragic accident, but many others weren't convinced. Looking at the way in which Kendrick was found, the mat stood at nearly 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide. When rolled up, the hole in the center measured 14 inches wide.
I want you guys to go back. Hold on. Look at the bleachers.
His shoe that was found on the floor
compared to the mat.
The school went into lock.
Look how short the bleachers are.
Right.
If he would have hopped on top of those mats, they would have tumbled over. I'm talking about the yellow mats, because he would have had to get on top of the yellow mats to get to the blue mat. They would have tumbled over just like they did right now.
Right.
They would have fell down. He would have had to hop on top of the mats, and so would those cheerleaders, which we don't have footage. I haven't found it yet, where I see them hopping on top of the mat. I just wanted to point that out.
Down, and one student said as everyone was gathering outside, it was so quiet, you could hear a pin drop. Kendrick was pronounced dead at the scene, and his time of death would later be confirmed as before 2 p.m. on January 10th, 2013.
That's incorrect.
Police quickly deemed the case to be nothing more than a tragic accident, but many others weren't convinced. Looking at the way in which Kendrick was found, the mat stood at nearly 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide. When rolled up, the hole in the center measured 14 inches wide. Kendrick's shoulders measured 19 inches across, and he was 5 foot 10 inches tall. Police argued it was possible that if Kendrick was trying to squeeze into the center of the mat, he could have scrunched his shoulders together with his arms outstretched.
Okay, Did you guys hear that? Who in their right mind was trying to squeeze into a mat? That right there don't make sense. Since when? Listen, I don't even think no race would try to squeeze into a mat, let alone the African American race, who does not go towards danger. A proven fact. Why would he wiggle and shimmy himself down a mat? That pisses me off every time I hear that. All right, because we don't have time. We only have like 44 minutes left. Let's try to get through this, because she's kind of on point. There's some things that she's off, like the time of death. Well, the coroner wasn't called till 3:45 p.m. The coroner didn't get there until a little before 5 o'clock p.m. So he was not pronounced dead at 2 p.m. because the coroner is the one that has to pronounce him dead, even though they knew he was dead at 10:32 a.m. and they didn't call the coroner for 6 hours. Crazy work.
To make himself narrower. But his parents maintained that his size versus the size of the mat alone was enough to debunk this theory. The reason why police came to the conclusion they did was because of the shoe found near Kendrick's head on the floor. One student said that he and Kendrick shared a pair of shoes, and that after class they would go to the mats, jump up and throw the shoes inside the middle of the hole. Other students also told police that it was common for them to leave their belongings in the mats when they didn't want to pay for a locker. Investigators speculated that Kendrick had got inside the gym mat when he was trying to retrieve his shoes, and tragically, he had become stuck and suffocated. However, students and friends of Kendrick said they would always tilt the mat to the side and grab their belongings out the bottom, as opposed to going inside the mats. It made no sense as to why Kendrick would go headfirst into the rolled up mat, rather than just pushing it aside or pushing it over to grab his shoes. The shoe on the ground below Kendrick's head inside the mat was on top of a pool of blood and vomit, but there was no blood or vomit on the shoe itself. The other shoe that made up this pair were lying nearby. But if this in fact was what happened, due to Kendrick's size and how tightly he would have been stuck inside the mat, even more questions were raised as to how one shoe would end up outside the mat and the other would be inside. If he was so wedged in with little to no space, how would he have been able to get the shoe out from the bottom, throw it up past his feet with it landing on the floor?
Correct.
Man, it's so light, he could have pushed that, just rock and it would have fell over. I tried to get in it. I couldn't get no forward my neck muscles into the mat. No matter who you are, how much money your parents have, the color of your skin, everyone deserves justice. Everyone.
Correct.
The crime scene photos also showed a pair of grey, white and orange Nike shoes tucked in behind Kendrick's knees.
So let's look at these shoes. Look how they sit neatly behind his knees. You guys see that, right?
Yeah. And what I never understood was why were they placed like that? If they want us to believe that he went head first into the mat to grab a shoe, wouldn't his shoes that he walked in the gym with already be on? So why were they off his feet?
They're trying to convince the world that he kicked them off. Now, if you're inside of a mat, your first instinct, if you fall inside of somewhere, your first instinct is not going to kick your shoes off. You know why? Because your shoes are going to give you grip on that mat. His socks will be slippery on that mat. Follow me. So if he's trying to get out the mat, why would he kick his shoes off? If the shoes is what he can place against the mat to give him grip. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Why they thought we were so dumb, I don't care what the ops say. Ops can be in the comments right now, and we can argue up and day long. It was up and down. It was not an accident.
That ain't even an argument anymore.
No. Now, granted, it may not or may have been the Bells that did it. Somebody did it, though. Somebody did it. We don't know as a fact who yet. And I need everybody to hit the like button. We only got 19 likes, but we got 44 people in the building, but only 19 likes. It could not possibly be more ops than supporters on this live. Please take time to please hit the like button. Please share the live. The footage, the message needs to go out, because Facebook is not going to do it because they're reporting my page. They're trying to take it down. I saw comments where they're saying, "Hey, we need to get our page taken. We need to get our page to all of them taken off the internet," which is going to be kind of hard to do because Facebook is a verified page. They tried TikTok. TikTok restored my videos. YouTube, I'm not violating anything at this point, so it'll be very hard. But what happens is when they report, the algorithm deems the pages as not favorable, so they don't send out the messages, which our message as the Truth Gang is very important. In spite of how the family may feel about us, we operate in love, and one day at the end of this thing, it may be a thank you. You feel me? So please hit the like and please share the live.
You know the crazy part about this whole situation is that we've never, not once, directed someone to block them, unfollow them, or report their page to get it taken down. Not one time in all the videos, anybody can go scam through it. You will not hear or comment that one time, regardless how we feel about them. Not once.
Right. We've always respected them. Now, granted, we've said we're the Truth Gang. We don't know really what happened because there's no evidence. And in their depositions, and I will not lie, and I will find those depositions and we'll go over them. In response to the attorneys that were cross-examining the Johnsons during that lawsuit that they had against the $100 million lawsuit they had against several, I think about 90 or more, give or less, defendants. They were cross-examined and they were asked about, well, how did you come to the conclusion that the Bells unalived KJ? And their answers were, well, I don't recall at this time. So I haven't found any evidence yet. Please understand, bold, capital letters, underscore, yet. Other than the fact that Brian Bell and Brandon Bell, now ain't gonna alleged, we're gonna say with our chest that they lied on national TV. We can tell they were lying, right? But that's the only evidence that we have, is that they lied. So far, wait a minute. I said so far, right? We haven't gotten all the way through the files. We have not gotten all the way through the footage. This footage is taking me forever to post that I can't even look at the paperwork right now because I am so heaven bent on getting every piece of footage out there so the world can see. Because just like I said, somebody might see something that we don't see. Somebody that is in the footage, it may trigger a memory about what happened that day that they didn't think about. Something in that footage may even make the perpetrators feel guilty and come forth. It is important that the footage is seen by everybody in the world. And the devil's mad. We see that. This whole smear campaign. But we, Truth Gang, we're going to keep our head up, but be humble. If Auntie get out of line, y'all got to help me. Pray for me, please, because they hit below the belt over there.
They've been doing that.
Yeah, but this last time really took me to a dark place. Really took me back to my teenage years when I lost my babies, when I lost my two daughters. It took me there. And I really felt like that girl again, that little teenage girl again. I can't even explain it. I thought it was healed, but it wasn't healed. It was buried. But anyway, it was buried.
Rose gold. Well, is it a way we can get the kids together that went to the school? Maybe they willing to speak now since everybody grown. You know what's crazy about that is to this day, um, kids from that school is still being around the bush about what happened, still not saying any names. Um, and to my opinion, me personally, I'm gonna always say this. There's plenty of people know exactly what happened, especially people at their school. They cannot sit here and tell me that they don't know what happened.
Yep. Sorry about that. You're 100% right. And these kids they're not talking. I don't know why. I've heard Mrs. Johnson say that many of the kids were paid money and that they were given scholarships and things of that nature. I kind of think that may be true. I don't have any evidence of this, but I also believe that there were NDAs involved. I think that May listen, May, me and you here.
Said at the same time.
Me and you here, baby girl. NDAs were given when those deals were handed out that they can't talk or they would have to pay all that back. But there is God always have a ram in the bush. When I tell you that the Lord is upon the truth gang, I'm telling you, the Lord is upon the truth gang, and that's why we're being attacked because we didn't do anything, not nothing. The songs that I write, they call me a ghostwriter. I may use AI and other people's voices and instruments to create the songs, but I tell the system what to do, but I write the songs. In the industry, ghostwriters are everywhere. So why would my songs, which I believe are phenomenal because they tell his story, upset not everybody, not Mr. Johnson, not even Kenyatta, but only Mrs. Johnson? And why would Mrs. Johnson ask Jay to write a song? He wrote the song, went into the studio, recorded it, and it was all about her. Beautiful song called I Am Miss Jackie Johnson, right? Why would it spark a smear campaign if it wasn't the devil? All right. And I ain't gonna keep going over there, but I gotta my platform is being attacked. Our platforms are being attacked. And I feel like I need to stand up and say something and tell the world this is what's happening, or we're going to continue to lose viewers and take attention off the important stuff.
And a lot of people ain't even questioning nothing. They just
believe
believe and run with it. I mean,
and not really understanding that I'm also a grieving mother, and that's where my passion comes from, because I'm also a grieving mother. But to see another grieving mother dig up my pain and make a mockery out of it and tell her people, go find out what happened to her baby. You're not going to ever find out what happened to my babies. And no, I didn't kill my babies. I didn't murder my babies. They just didn't make it. They would never. Oh my God, I can't talk about this. Stop
let me read some comments. Terrence Lumpkin. The DOJ had the smoking gun on Rick Bell for obstruction. They definitely did. And the DOJ thought they were going to be given the green light to arrest Rick Bell on that, but that green light never came.
Yes.
When they raided and searched Rick Bell's house, they found everything. They found everything he did to cover up for the suspects. On the documentary, they said that the DOJ was not going to charge him, and they was going to let the FBI handle him. They made him resign. They know what happened and who did it because it was all caught on camera. And It won't let me. Is it say that on?
It
It
won't
won't.
let us. It won't let us. The comment was too long, so
Yeah.
it's not going to let us read all your comment, Terrence. If you want to rewrite the
Uh,
last sentence,
last part.
that.
Copy
But
and paste.
you are absolutely right, Terrence, and that's why we can't eliminate the bells. That's why we're not taking the bells out of it. What we're saying is, perhaps it was the bells with the help of other people. Because I need y'all to understand that when it first happened, the Bells brothers were not the first attacked. Chopper, which is Kiana, and her goons, which is other men, went to Bruce Brown's house. He was standing outside talking to a friend. They jumped out the car. They're yelling, "You killed my brother!" And they beat this 16-year-old down with a gun, pistol whipped him. In that same time frame at the school, Kay Fleming said herself on the Justice for Kendrick Johnson Student Edition, said that she attacked some unknown girl for a rumor about her luring KJ to the gym. Same rumor that was put on the bells.
Trying to attack her.
Right. And the girl was running.
Running.
And she apologized to this young lady. She didn't name her. She just said, "I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I apologize." Now, here's two things. Critical thinking is in my mind is, if it was Taylor Eakin, like the narrative has been put out there, why would Kay Fleming apologize to Taylor Eakin?
You know what's crazy? I feel like Bruce Brown got apologized too, because now if you mentioned that he got jumped and all that, and it was and he was the first suspect. They get on the defense end like, "Oh no, that ain't what happened."
I mean, almost killed us. I mean, literally, so it was in a uproar when I didn't accuse Bruce Brown.
We were going strictly by the darn files. That's the crazy part.
It's like, what's going on here? Basically, what did you have to do with it? What do you have to say?
Because his name kept popping up.
Because his name popped up, and the statement he gave to the police was odd. He was talking to the police as if the police officers knew. I'll pull it up. Let's read it. You want to read it real quick?
We can.
Let's read that. I think it's well, hell, where is it? Let Auntie try to find it, y'all. Hold on. Bruce Brown. It was odd. The statement he gave to the police was odd.
Danielle Robinson.
To me.
Danielle Robinson. Boo Perry, where that case is at?
Bo, where's Bo?
Boo Perry.
Oh, okay. Have you heard of investigated the case of Danielle Robinson? His case needs a lot of coverage. Let me write that down, baby.
Where that case is? Where is that?
Yeah, what city and state? Put in the comments.
Oh, also too, I've been meaning to ask Auntie Leah if Jay ever mentioned to you about the case that's in Cordele of this girl. I can't think of her name right now, but this girl from Cordele, Georgia's been missing for a good minute.
Oh, you talking about dang, what's her name?
I can't think of her name right now.
I'm trying to iron the
I forgot her
out
name.
this 51-year-old
Let's see, hold on.
forehead, because somebody said I look like I was 71 years old. I'm just
Let me see.
Somebody said I was
name Naisha Pickens.
Yeah. Naisha Pickens.
Okay, so can you please inbox me that? Kai, we got other people. I will cover anybody's case. Do you know that somebody, my enemy for some reason, who I love, because God says love your enemies, Miss Johnson is trying to convince the world not to use me. I have this, y'all, but God's gonna.
It was the op in the comments just finding everything hilarious for me.
Right now?
No, when Miss Johnson had went live, and it was the first night. And I just kept seeing her pop up in the live. I'm like, oh, you find all this funny because now you got everybody kind of quote unquote on your
Against each
side.
other.
Yeah.
But would y'all believe I'm still not against them no matter what? See, you got to think with your critical thinking, because I would have did like everybody else did, which was walked away when this happened to them, because believe me guys, this has happened to everybody that has sought the truth. White, black, everybody. They've been attacked by the Mrs. Johnson's alleged cult members, and they just stopped. Even Ash Patino, who I thought was a troll at first and who I thought was wrong at first, until I firsthand experienced what she experienced. So now I'm like, wow. So it takes a really strong person, a person that's in love, that's walking in the love of God, to say, you know what? I'm going to zoom this out and I'm going to continue, because even if this mother doesn't see my heart, even if this mother cannot recognize I'm not against her, I got to keep going, because maybe, just maybe, somebody that's in the truth gang, or even somebody that's out of the truth gang, will come forth. Okay? I don't know where I was at. We was talking about other cases. Inbox me, Kai. Okay. Ginger said they do. One girl stated they live there and want their jobs. Yes, somebody put that on my YouTube channel, and it kind of made me think. It was like they told me Leah, Auntie Leah, everybody call me Auntie. They live in a small town, and most people that live in small towns know the families that they work for, and they need their jobs. And I said, that makes sense. I don't live in a small town. I don't live in the South. So the mindset that small town Georgia or small town Alabama, anything, deep South, I don't comprehend it, because I'm Midwest, East, and North Coast. You know what I'm saying? So I never experienced that, which is why I don't have no fear of them. And we don't have no fear. Remember Ferguson, Missouri, they burned it down. Some reason Valdosta didn't, and they should have burned it down. They should have burned it down. And I was like, you know what? You may be right. They need their jobs. These prominent people, these rich families, they control the employment market. So they feel as though they're trapped. So they're silent. But we're going to have to pray for Valdosta. We're going to have to pray that the spirit of fear and silence is removed from these people that know what happened to this child, so that the Johnsons, I said it, can get the justice that they deserve, so that they can begin to heal. And that is the truth gang's goal. And that's not only for the Johnsons, that's for any family that we speak up for. That is for Stephen Johnson, Jimmy Lee Williams Sr., Tariq Morrison, and the list goes on. Now, we will be able to get more into those other stories once I get done trying to get all the footage out. It was almost 24 hours worth of footage. And I'm not even at the halfway mark. It's hard. It's hard for me to do this. I work every day, Monday through Friday, a regular job. And on my breaks and on my lunch break, I'm recording, I'm downloading, I'm trying to get footage out. Anyway, yeah, it's not easy. So I was going to pull up Bruce Brown's, let's see, because it's on the stage. There we are. Is that it? Okay. Let's blow it up. Let's read it together. You want to read it, Kai?
I can read it. Is it anything up under the comments that you got on the screen, or is it okay?
There you go.
All
I
right.
got
So it says the victim stated a group of BMs jumped him. Black males. Okay, I was about to say baby mamas. Black males jumped him, leaving several marks on his person. On Friday, January the 11th, 2012, at about 1:45 p.m., I responded to 724 Collier Street in reference to a physical dispute. Upon arrival, I made contact with Bruce Brown, a black male whose date of birth is March 14, 1996, who stated he was just jumped on Front Street. Front Street in the 1300 block of North Troop Street on the west side of the road. Brown stated he was standing on Front Street with Booger, unknown first or last name, talking about Kendrick Johnson's death when Kenyatta Johnson pulled up in a blue vehicle with several other subjects. He stated Kenyatta exited the vehicle looking at Booger and said, "What the fuck is he laughing about?" Brown stated two other vehicles pulled up, one four-door white car and the other a gray Jeep, and a large group of black males surrounded him. He stated he heard Kenyatta say, "You killed my brother," and then he say a black male by the name of Thule come up to him crying and struck him in the face. He stated next thing he knew, he was on the ground being hit by several black males. He described Thule as being dark-skinned with long, thick dreads. Brown stated he was being struck in the head with what he believes was a silver pistol. He could not advise who was hitting him with the pistol. Brown stated he then went into an unknown person's apartment at Orly West and called his guardian, Emma Austin, and told her what happened. So before we continue, if there's another page.
It is.
Is there an error with that date at the beginning?
Yes.
So it's the year.
Yes.
Okay.
So the year is 2013. But you know that it is errors everywhere with the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me see if I can find page 2. Give me a moment. We got, and come on, nephew, we got 18 minutes left. It's gonna be all good. Hang in there with me. You the one chose 7:45. I was prepared to go earlier.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. So Bruce Brown. Okay. All right. There we are. Kai.
He stated he got a ride from someone to his house on Collier Street where Austin called the police. I asked Brown why he did not call the police. He stated he did not want to go to jail for the death of Kendrick Johnson.
Stop right there. Read that again.
I asked Brown, so the person that's speaking that wrote this report is Officer Ellen Marion. So this is the one that's saying all this. I asked Brown why he did not call the police. He stated he did not want to go to jail for the death of Kendrick Johnson.
Stop right there. Elaborate on that. That's an odd statement. Why would he automatically think that he was going to go to jail for the death of Kendrick Johnson, a 16-year-old? Why did he think that? Automatically, off jump. Why did he think that he would be the one that would be locked up? Expand on that for me, nephew. And I'm talking about nephew Kai and nephew Jay.
I feel like he said that because obviously that was already was going around and was said. So as a kid, he probably thinking that, you know what I'm saying, even if he didn't do it have nothing to do with it, because it was said and rumored.
Okay.
He probably felt like it's a possibility that he could get locked up for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As like when you're young like that, you ain't thinking about how innocent you are and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You just know people saying you did this, and it's a possibility they can lock him up because somebody said he did it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where when I was young, and I had that same mindset. Like,
okay. Gotcha.
Question is, was they beefing or something like during this time? Because
Yeah.
that would make me think that's why he thought to say that.
Had to be.
That was said too.
Yeah.
There were two different gangs, cliques or whatever, and I heard there was I heard they was beefing.
Yeah. And
Um,
that statement was given by Jakai. Now Jakai is also the one of the girls, the students that run the Justice for Kendrick Johnson Student Edition podcast. She's the heavier pretty girl, the heavier girl with the glasses. She said that that's what happened, and that also that Kendrick clique that he was in cops, was it CYB or CVC or something like that? And Clyattville clique was beefing with Bruce Brown's clique. Yeah, because another member of the clique was named Kendrick, not Kendrick, was messing around with Bruce Brown's girlfriend. So Bruce Brown made a statement the morning before people, I think it was before people found Kendrick's body, that when you start messing with the goons, bodies start dropping. There was a Facebook status, and then he deactivated his page. Don't know why why would he deactivate his page? Because of that statement. It's also weird. It's weird. Like, if I didn't know about a death and I put a statement out there, if I'm beefing with somebody, I might delete it. But Bruce Brown deactivated his page, and not only did he deactivate, in the actual police report, he told the detectives that he didn't have a Facebook.
So he lied.
I mean, he probably didn't after he deactivated it.
No, he said he never had one. So he lied.
I feel like he deactivated it after that, because probably as soon as he said that, man, them people was on his tail, boy, all in his inbox and up under the posts and everything. Like,
but as a 16-year-old, I would delete it, but to deactivate my whole page and act like I never put it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. A sign of guilt.
Yeah, weird. That's weird too.
It's weird. Okay.
Did he lawyer up too?
I don't know. It could be some more about him in the file. I'm pretty sure it is, because he came up in the deposition more than once. He came up in Mr. Tooley's deposition. He came up in Mr. Johnson's deposition so far, and I haven't gotten all the way through Mrs. Johnson's deposition yet. But he came up. Bruce Brown came up along with 5 other suspects. But let's continue, Kai. Where you left?
He stated he thought we would think it was him who had killed Kendrick. I asked Brown why they would think he had something to do with Kendrick's death, and he replied with, "Man, how do they know all this and y'all don't? Y'all are supposed to be on top of your game. How are y'all gonna just leave me out here like this?"
Stop right there.
Okay.
Read that again.
He stated he thought we would think it was him who had killed Kendrick. I asked Brown why they would think he had something to do with Kendrick's death, and he replied with, "Man, how do they know all this and y'all don't? Wow. Y'all are supposed to be on top of your game. How are y'all just gonna leave me out here like this?"
That's that statement right there.
Very telling.
That makes you think so deeply on everything.
So this is where the truth gang has to apply critical thinking. Like, what does that even mean? You got Kenyatta and her friends jumping a 16-year-old, pistol whooping. He's talking to the detectives. He's scared, and he's like, how do y'all not even know? Right? How do y'all not even know what's going on? Like, that's telling, right? That, to me, is saying that there's this huge beef between these two cliques. I don't care how clean, and I'm not saying Kendrick was a bad kid just because I was a good kid, right? But I was a part of 34th Street Gangster Disciples when I was a young teenager, because in our society, we grow up in broken homes, and one parent works, most of the time it's just the mother, and you're out there and you're in the streets and you're clicking with your neighborhood, doesn't mean I was a bad kid. I was just going with the flow at that time. My mind was immature. But so that doesn't mean that Kendrick was a bad kid. We're not saying that. But is it possible that he was a part of this clique? Yes, because he grew up in Clyateville, according to the records. They moved from Clyateville, but just because you move from a neighborhood doesn't break the bonds that you built with that neighborhood. Am I right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's facts, man.
That's facts.
All right.
My question is,
go ahead.
Because it seems like this report was done on the scene, like he went there to wherever Bruce was at and talked to him, and then just remember everything that happened and just typed up this report. Well, I'm wondering if they ever took him to the station to actually do the proper questioning with audio recording, all of that.
Well, they did, and there is a written statement, handwritten statement, that we can go into after this. There is a handwritten statement. Go ahead and finish reading that, and then I can find the handwritten statement.
Officer Marion finished up and said he took photos of Brown's scrape on his left shoulder and scratch on the left side of his rib cage, and they are added to this case file. Brown filled out a witness statement, and it is added to this case file. He also was provided a crime victims bill of rights pamphlet with the case number. Lowndes County Sheriff's Office was notified of this case and arrived on scene in reference to their investigation of Kendrick's death.
Okay. All right. So his written statement is hard to read. It's hard to read. But we're going to go ahead and pull it up because he did give a written statement. He was there with his guardians. He was at the state. He was at the station. He was at the station, okay? All right, so let's pull the handwritten statement up. And like I said, we're not here to put blame on anyone, but we are here to explore all avenues, every single one of them, no matter where it may lead. And they get mad about that, but we can't let that bother us. We can't let that deter us as the Truth Gang. And we only got 7 minutes left, and we're going to wrap this up.
Oh, I can read that.
I can too. And why it look like he got messed up on the date? Why they keep messing up on these dates? Like he messed up on a date and scribbled it out.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that's weird. But they do that, dates are all over the place, right? All through this case file. You remember the coroner said he was there when? January 10th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rick Bell said in his lawsuit that Kendrick Johnson was found on January 10th at 1:30 p.m. in the gym. So, go ahead. Who wants to read this? Which nephew wants to read this?
Go ahead, Kai.
I love Kai's voice.
All right, so this is dated January 11, 2013. Bruce wrote, last night I was at my sister Denise's house about 6:30. About 7, so that's when we appear after 6:30. About 7, my homeboys took me to McDonald's. Then I went in the house for
what?
I don't know what that says.
The night.
For the night. This morning, woke up, walked to Orly West, and coming back home. Back and forth about 1, I was talking to my homeboy Booger, and he was telling me that somebody got found dead at school. Then my mama pulled up and told me that the word at the school that I killed him. And I said,
stop right there. You see how that right now is totally different than what the detective actually wrote?
Totally.
Right? The mama didn't pull up before he got beat up. The mama pulled up after he called her when he went into somebody's house, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
My mama pulled up and told me that the word at the school that I killed him. And I said, how did I kill him? And I don't go out there. Been out there in so long. and she said that the police probably gonna come
pick
me up. Then she left, and I walked on Front Street, and then I was chilling, and Kenyatta jumped out
the trivia
okay.
Trivia.
Okay, so let's stop right there. See, in the detective's report, it doesn't mention that the mom came first to warn him, does it? Doesn't say that at all. Why? When it's in his written statement that his mom had came earlier to warn him, that word on the street was that he was the one that unalived Kendrick Johnson. Why was that word on the street in the first place? But keep going.
Right. Kenyatta dropped out of the Latravia car yelling at me, "If you killed my brother for real, your mama girl and you gonna die tonight." I don't know what that said right there. 2 other cars come up. They...
Wait a minute. 2 other cars came up. Then
I seen
Totally.
Tuli.
Listen, Tuli is Mrs. Johnson's family name. Remember, her dad was I forgot his first name, but Mr. Tuli. So go ahead.
So Tuli is Miss Jackie.
That's her maternal side of her family. So
her dad's maiden name. Her maiden name.
Right. Well, I think her maiden name was something else because she may have had her dad's name. No, her dad was Mr. Tuli, so she could have had her mother's name. I don't know. Anyway, Tuli is their bloodline.
Okay, so we don't know exactly who Tuli is. We just know it's somebody from Canada.
Correct.
I seen Tuli jump out and 2 other carloads. They was all crying. Then
Tuli hit me.
Tuli hit me. I tried to hit him back. Also, Tuli is a male. I tried to hit him back. Then
everybody hit me.
Somebody hit me with a gun. Then ran.
Okay, it says then
everybody
hit me, kicked me. Somebody hit me with a gun. Then ran something. They
see the police.
Okay.
Oh, they ran because they saw.
They ran because they saw the police. But the police didn't stop.
Now, why the police didn't stop?
Right.
Cause a black boy getting drunk by some black people.
Because they already knew. But go ahead.
And I went in somebody's house. I don't even know. They let me use their phone. Then a lady outside took me home, and my mama called y'all, and now I'm here.
It could sound like a darn 3rd grader wrote this. My bad. Not trying to be funny, but God, dog, boy.
No, you're not lying.
His penmanship is not bad, but his spelling and grammar is.
Right.
Because Took is Took, not Tuck. Tuck is Took.
Right.
And I'm country. I'm from the deep south, so I know how to turn it on and off. But Took and Tuck are 2 different things.
Mm-hmm. You say his penmanship ain't bad, and what?
Oh, this is interesting.
What you said, Kai?
I said this is interesting.
I'm sorry, when you say his penmanship ain't bad, and you say what you said behind it, I had to do something.
Oh no, I said his penmanship is not that bad, but his spelling and his grammar is.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is. It's real tough. But guess what, guys? It's time to go. I'm so sorry.
What you sorry for?
Because
you want to start, you get into it. You're going to be on it all night, don't you?
Yeah, but we have to keep our promise. It's many of us who have to work tomorrow, so we meet us here tomorrow. Think about what we went over today, the footage down to everything that we explored, and let's meet up tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be posting more footage. As I get through it, I am uploading as fast as I can. It is hard to do, but I want y'all to know that I love y'all. Please hit the like button on the way out if you haven't hit it. We will see y'all tomorrow. Peace and love. It's 9:45. That means we are on our way out.
Have a good night.
This ain't clout.
Everybody drop Truth Gang in the comments on your way out.
It's true.
I don't care what they say.
It's pain.
It's pain. It's not views. It's not clout.
No matter where it led, we still going.
And if you haven't, hit that like button. Hit it before you leave out.
We've been hurting, but we still don't break.
Don't break, don't break.
Every lie getting heavy. Feel the weight that it takes.
That way.
No silence, no fear. We've been carrying pressure. Carry that.
We're gonna continue.
If it's dark, we bringing light. Now it's now, or it's never. Right now.
Truth gang, we been standing through the pain and the rain. Every loss, every tear, yeah, we carry the name.
Say they name.
No matter where it lead, we still stand.
Still stand.
10 toes in the fire, this the truth gang.
Sitting down.
We don't move our feelings, we move our facts. Paperwork, timelines, yeah, we double check that. If it don't add up, then we questioning it. If it's hidden in the dark, we addressing it. They want silence, they want fear, they want control. They want narratives, push that we don't expose.
But it's on real, boy.
It is.
We don't water down proof just to make it sound smooth.
No, we running from nothing but a lie. And when we do run, we running towards the truth. Go time.
Every step heavy, but we still don't fold. Because the truth worth more than gold. Worth more than truth gang. We been hurting, but we still don't break.
Don't break, don't break, don't break.
Drop that Truth Gang on your way out.
Feel the weight that it takes. That weight. We want to
love y'all. Peace.
The truth. Nothing but the truth.
They quiet when it matter, but we loud for 'em. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for 'em.
Still crying.
They wanna check, try to settle pain. But we want truth, we want real names. Ain't no healing if the truth heal. No healing, ain't no peace if they slide it. They politic, trying to twist the story.
They lying.
But we 10 toes, yeah, we fight for it.
Stand on it.
We done seen cover-ups, we done seen delay. We done seen evidence get pushed away.
Pushed out.
We done seen families cry with no answers, while the truth get buried under lies and distractions. But we still here and we still pushing forward. Even when they get heavy, we going hard. It's bigger than views, bigger than fame. This about justice, this about names.
Say they names. It's for every mama still crying, still crying. It's for every name they keep high. Say they names. It's for every truth they deny and they lie. We still here, we still rising. We rise. Truth gang. We been hurting, but we still don't break. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Every lie getting heavy. Feel the weight that it takes. That weight.
No silence, no fear. We been carrying pressure.
Carry that.
If it's dark, we bringing light. Now it's now.
Oh, it's now. Right now.
Truth gang, we been standing through the pain and the rain.
Do it all.
Every loss, every tear, yeah, we carry the name.
Say they name.
No matter where it lead, we still stand.
Still stand.
10 toes in the fire, this the truth gang.